Ever heard of a company that just seems to, have it all figured out? Like they're growing steadily, customers love them, and they just navigate every market twist and turn without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going deep with Anna and Peder, the minds behind the Blueprint to Business Success program.
I hope interesting.
They've helped so many businesses thrive, and we're going to break down what they've learned so you can use it too.
You know what's fascinating? Anna and Peder, they didn't just stumble onto this blueprint. They saw this pattern, this common thread in what tripped up both new and seasoned entrepreneurs.
So they kind of cracked the code on those business challenges we all face.
Exactly. They saw entrepreneurs, no matter how experienced, getting stuck in the same places.
Okay. Yeah.
Think about it. Whether you're just starting or you've been at it for years, there are these hurdles we all hit, right? Like validating your ideas, keeping up with a market that's always changing, and finding a way to grow that actually lasts.
Makes sense. So let's dig into that. Like, say I'm brand new to this whole entrepreneur thing, just starting to sketch out an idea. What do Anna and Peder say is important for someone like me?
They really focus on having a strong foundation. They even compare it to building a skyscraper.
Okay.
You wouldn't build a skyscraper from the top, would you?
Definitely not. That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Right. Same with your business. You need a solid base. For new businesses, this means really making sure your ideas are validated, making sure there are actually people out there who want what you're offering, and crafting a really clear plan for growth. One thing they suggest is this thing called the 5 whys.
5 whys. Okay, I'm curious. Tell me more.
It's pretty simple, but really effective. You start by asking, why does my business exist? And then you just keep asking why for each answer.
Oh, interesting.
You dig deeper each time. Usually by the 5th why, you've hit on something much deeper than just making money.
Whoa. It's like peeling back the layers to get to the core of why you're doing this?
Exactly. And that sense of purpose, it's crucial, especially when you're just starting out and facing those early bumps in the road.
That makes sense. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. Now, what about those of us who aren't exactly new to this? What about established businesses? What kind of challenges do they run into, and how does the blueprint address that?
Established businesses, they often struggle with scaling up and adapting to new things. They might hit this plateau where the old ways just don't work as well anymore. Anna and Peder get that, and they say these businesses need to, fine-tune their plans, maybe even shake things up a bit if they want to really grow.
So it's like they need an updated blueprint as their business grows.
Precisely. And that's where the way their program is designed really shines. Anna is great at teaching, breaking down complicated stuff into steps you can actually use. And Peder, he brings this real-world know-how from his years in senior management.
That's a powerful combo. It's like having a master teacher and a seasoned business strategist all in one.
Exactly. They really emphasize that whether you're just laying the first brick or adding another floor to your business, you need to understand the fundamentals.
So we've talked about strong foundations and adapting as you grow, but what about standing out? Like, there are so many businesses out there. How do you make yours stand out?
You're so right. That's huge. And Anna and Peder, they spend a lot of time in their program talking about market analysis and finding that competitive edge. They say a great business idea is only as good as how you actually, put it out there. And that starts with really knowing your market.
Yeah, it's not enough to just have a good product or service. You got to know who you're selling it to and why they should choose you, right?
Exactly. And they go beyond just the basic demographics. They want you to get into the psychographics, I guess you'd say, of your target audience, like their values, their hopes, what keeps them up at night. This deep understanding, that's how you make something that people really connect with, that builds loyalty.
It's like you're speaking directly to their heart, not just their wallet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you build a brand that people really feel connected to. Ann and Peder call it finding your unique value proposition, your UVP. It's that thing that makes your business different. It's superpower.
Ooh, I like that. Superpower. But how do you actually find that? Seems kind of, I don't know, mystical.
It might sound like that, but it's really practical. Ann and Peder, they have this exercise where you make a chart.
Okay.
One side, you list everything your product or service does, its features. On the other side, you write down the benefits those features give to your customers. Then, the big question, which of those benefits are actually unique to your business? Boom, there's your superpower.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to get it. So it's not just what you offer, but how you offer it, and the special something you bring to the table.
Exactly. Let's say you're opening a bakery. There are probably already a bunch in your town, right? But what if yours focuses on, gluten-free, vegan pastries made with all local organic ingredients.
Right.
That's something special. That speaks to a certain group of people. That's what sets you apart.
Makes sense. Okay, so you found your superpower. Now, how do you tell the world?
That's where your brand comes in. Anna and Peder are big on building a strong brand identity, one that reflects your values and speaks to your ideal customer. They say your brand should tell a story that captures the essence of what your business is all about and connects with your audience, on a deeper level.
So it's about giving your business a personality that people will recognize and connect with.
Absolutely. Think about those really successful brands, the ones everyone knows. They have a distinct personality, a way they talk, a look that's instantly recognizable. They're not just selling a product. They're selling an experience, a feeling, a whole way of life.
That's so true. Okay, so we've got a great product. We know our audience. We've got our brand. What's next? How do we make it all work?
This is where the business plan comes in. Anna and Peder, they take you through creating a roadmap. It outlines your goals, how you're going to market yourself, what your finances look like, your whole operational plan. It's like a blueprint for your business's future.
A blueprint on top of a blueprint. Sounds like things are getting serious.
Definitely. But they also say this plan, it shouldn't be set in stone. It needs to be flexible enough to change as the business world changes.
Flexible, huh? Why is that so important?
Because the business world, it's like a constantly moving ocean, right? What worked yesterday might not work today, and what works today might be old news tomorrow. You got to adjust. You got to navigate those changes.
So it's not just about having a plan. It's about having a plan that can change with the times.
Exactly. Anna and Peder, they give you a way to think about making those strategic changes. They teach you how to analyze the market, track your progress, make good decisions that keep your business moving forward.
That's key. In today's world, everything's moving so fast. But even with a great plan and a flexible mindset, there are going to be, bumps in the road. Things don't always go smoothly, right?
Oh, for sure. And that's where resilience is so crucial. Anna and Peder have a whole section on, dealing with those inevitable hurdles that pop up. Managing cash flow, dealing with tough customers, navigating competition, and overcoming those moments of self-doubt that we all have.
So it's not just about having all the answers. It's about having the strength, the mental and emotional strength to face those challenges.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And they really highlight that you don't have to go it alone. Having mentors, advisors, other entrepreneurs around you, people you can lean on, makes a big difference.
Because sometimes you just need someone who gets it, who understands what it's like.
Exactly. Having that support system can be a game changer, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed or you start to doubt yourself. It's like having a cheer squad, reminding you of why you started this whole thing in the first place.
That's so important. But let's not forget the cheerleader within. What do Anna and Peder say about taking care of yourself?
They're huge on self-care. They know entrepreneurs often put their business first, working crazy hours and giving up personal time. But they really emphasize that you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
If you're not taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, you're not going to be able to show up fully for your business.
It's the whole thing, like putting on your own oxygen mask first before you can help anyone else.
Exactly. They want you to make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine, whether it's taking breaks, getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, spending time with people you care about. Taking care of yourself is essential for long-term success.
So it's about finding that balance, working hard, but also taking care of yourself.
Exactly. Creating a lifestyle where you can follow your passion, but also prioritize your well-being. After all, what's the point of building a successful business if you're not enjoying the ride?
Such an important message. Wow, we've covered so much. Market analysis, branding, resilience, community, self-care. What's the most valuable piece of advice Anna and Peder offer, in your opinion?
I think it's their focus on constantly learning and adapting. They remind us that the business world never stands still. It's always changing. And to stay ahead, you have to always be learning, growing, and adapting.
All right, so we're back diving deep into Anna and Peder's blueprint to business success. We've covered a lot of ground, from the basics to finding your unique thing. Now, I'm kind of curious, where do they see the future of business going?
This is where things get really interesting. They really want entrepreneurs to think outside the box, you know, embrace technology in a way that not only makes you successful now, but also sets you up for the future.
Okay, future-proof businesses. I like that. But what does that even mean in this crazy, fast-paced world?
Well, Anna and Peder, they highlight a few things. First, being adaptable, ready to shift when things change. The business world, it's not a slow river anymore. It's more like whitewater rapids.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, if you're stuck in the old ways, you're going to get swept away.
So it's not just about weathering the storm, it's about riding the waves.
Exactly. And that's where technology comes in. They're all about using technology to, you know, streamline how you do things, but also to really understand your customers and even create totally new products or services.
They're not afraid of the tech revolution, are they?
Not at all. They see it as a way to level the playing field.
Mm-hmm.
Small businesses can use tech to compete with the big guys, even on a global scale.
I'm on board with that idea, but give me an example. How can entrepreneurs actually use technology to, future-proof their business?
They've got a ton of strategies. Imagine using AI to, personalize each customer's experience, tailoring your messages and recommendations just for them.
Oh, why?
Or using automation to free up your time. So you can focus on the bigger picture instead of getting bogged down in, everyday tasks.
Right.
They even talk about blockchain,
Yeah.
Using that to build trust with your customers and make transactions smoother.
This is starting to sound like a sci-fi movie.
I know, right? But the cool thing is, these tools are getting more and more affordable and easier to use, even for small businesses. Anna and Peder, they guide you on choosing the right tools and integrating them into what you're already doing.
So it's not about having all the fancy gadgets. It's about using technology in a smart way that actually makes a difference.
Exactly. And that's where data comes in. In today's world, data is king. It fuels innovation, helps you really get to know your customers, and lets you make better decisions.
Yeah, I hear a lot about data-driven decision-making, but honestly, it can feel overwhelming. How can you actually use data without drowning in numbers?
Anna and Peder break it down. They give you a framework for collecting data, making sense of it, and actually using it to take action. They introduce some simple tools and techniques, things even non-techie people can use.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, you don't have to be a data scientist to use data.
So it's about, taking the guesswork out of decisions, making choices based on real information.
Precisely. Imagine knowing exactly which marketing campaigns are bringing in the most customers or which products are resonating. Data helps you make those calls with confidence, not just, a hunch.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so innovation, technology, data-driven decisions. This is all exciting, but does it cost a fortune? Can small businesses really afford to do all of this?
That's a good point. Innovation, it does take investment, time, and money. But Anna and Peder, they argue that it's a smart investment. In the long run, businesses that embrace innovation, they're the ones that will not only survive, but truly thrive.
It's about playing the long game.
Right. They help you figure out how to manage your resources, decide what to prioritize, and invest in ways that align with your goals, things that will really pay off.
So you can be innovative without breaking the bank.
Exactly. But they also remind us, technology and data, they're just tools. The real heart of any future-proof business, it's the people.
The human element. I was wondering when that would come up.
It's crucial. Anna and Peder, they talk about building a strong team, creating a culture where people are excited to come up with new ideas, and empowering everyone to use their talents.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about creating a work environment that's human-centered, that fosters creativity and collaboration.
Absolutely. They believe the most successful businesses are the ones that invest in their people, make them feel valued, and encourage them to keep learning and growing. They even give tips on how to attract and keep top talent and how to create a company culture where people are inspired to do their best.
Wow, this deep dive has been a whirlwind. From the fundamentals to the cutting edge and everything in between, Anna and Peder have really created a comprehensive roadmap for success in today's business world.
Couldn't agree more. Their insights are they're practical and inspiring. It's a roadmap for anyone, no matter where they are in their journey.
So as we wrap up, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from all of this?
I'd say it's this. The future of business is all about embracing change, using technology to your advantage, and empowering the people around you. It's about being adaptable, innovative, and human-centered. And it's about building businesses that are not only successful, but also make a positive impact on the world.
That's a great way to put it. Some real food for thought, not just for business, but for life in general. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you've gotten some valuable insights and inspiration to fuel your own journey.
Absolutely. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the wins, and never stop learning.